Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Palma Yacht Crew Vlogs right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Rhea. I am your host, and today I'm pleased to welcome back Iain Flockhart from the Yacht Crew Mentor. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
So you've had some great news this past week. It's another sort of step in the direction of where you want to go.
Yeah, on Friday I launched a mobile app that I've been developing for a while for the Yacht Crew Mentor. So that's it's taken a while to do it, but I finally got it launched on Friday.
So what can people expect from this app?
The reason I put it together was when I built my website originally, it wasn't very mobile friendly, but I've actually now fixed that. So in the interim, until I fixed that, I actually started building a completely dedicated downloadable mobile app. So it's very much focused on the services that we offer, but there's also other useful stuff in there. I didn't want it to be purely a route to someone coming to purchase a service from us. So I've started putting in additional stuff, useful information. There's videos in there, there's podcasts, there's links to lots of useful maritime-related documents, MIAB casualty reports, things like that. So there's quite a lot of additional information in there that will be added to constantly as the app develops. So the top half of the app, if you like, is focused very much on the services that I offer here. So there's a general overview, who we are, what we're about, why we're doing what we're doing, and then there's an overview of the different services that we offer. You've got main pages, and then some of the pages are tabulated, so there's little tabs at the top, and you'll click from one thing to another to see, what in more detail what the different services are. So the services are all listed in there. So it's a way for people just to have very handy at their fingertips access to the services that we offer. That's in a nutshell what it's all about.
And this app is entirely free?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So they go to your website, they download it, and they can carry that in their pocket wherever they go, whatever they may need, it's all there. And is there a way on this app as well to contact you?
Yeah, of course, yeah. There's contact links all over it. At the bottom of each section, there's this contact thing, but there's also a little menu navigation. I've got it here, but it probably won't. I could show it, but I don't think it will come up very well over the video here.
Well, that's great news. So how is this going to take the Yacht Crew Mentor forward in the future?
As I say, the reason behind it was twofold. It was one, it started off actually as a stopgap because I foolishly didn't make my website very mobile friendly. So I thought, well, there's a way to fix that, and that's to actually build a completely dedicated mobile app. And once I realised that I could easily make the website more user-friendly anyway, I just continued to develop this because I just think it's perhaps more accessible if if people actually have it installed on their phone. It's very easy to do. You literally just click on a link that's provided, and if the link's requested from a mobile, then instead of serving up a web version of it, it actually serves up the app version. And you just, you press a couple of buttons, you can install it on your phone. So hopefully, once there's some take up on it, it'll just make it more accessible to people. The fact that it's effectively pre-installed on their phone, so they've got instant access to look at what we do, without having to run off to go find a website, if they're in need to get access quickly.
Well, and I assume too that most people are just carrying their phones around, and the ease of access with their phone to be able to hit a button and get the information that they need from you is much better.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's why I decided to continue developing it even once I'd fixed the mobile friendly side of the site, even though the website has become, it's much more mobile friendly now, but it still looks a little bit, not a way that I'm not quite happy with. So the app, of course, is completely natively built to work on mobile. So the presentation's somewhat better on the app anyway. I've got one issue which I haven't managed to resolve yet, because of a technological conflict with the direct booking service that exists on the website. You can't book anything. You can't book a session with me directly through the app, simply because the two applications, sorry, the two platforms use different applications for booking. So there's a bit of a conflict there. So if somebody actually wants to make a booking directly through their mobile device, all you have to do is just click on the link to the website, which I've put, I think, on every page where you would, there's a call to action to book anyway. I've put a little footnote explaining this issue. So you literally just click on the link, the hyperlink that's at the bottom of that page, and it will take you directly to the booking page on the website, as opposed to the app. The app platform is capable of taking bookings, but it doesn't work with what's already set up on the website.
Okay. And is there anything different? Is there, sort of something extra on the app that you don't have on the website, or are they literally mirror images of each other?
No, they're not quite mirror images. The app, you have to be a little bit careful how much you put on the app. It's not, I mean, obviously on a website, it can go on ad infinitum. You can just keep putting whatever you want on it. I've spoken to the app development team, and they've had some quite large apps built on their platform, but we're not quite sure just how far it can go. But we'll see that as I keep adding content to it. We'll see just how far we can push it. There are some features on the app that don't exist on the website. One of them is we've got some little, very simple little polls, if you like, little surveys where we ask a simple question, and there's yes, no, or maybe sort of answers to it. So we've got a little bit of polling there. I think it's about 4 questions there on at the moment. We also have a direct streaming link to your radio station, which doesn't exist on the website. You can access that immediately from the top right of the app. There's just a little play button, and if you click on that, you will within a few seconds, you'll start streaming your radio station.
Well, how perfect is that? You get great advice on finding work and doing your CV while you're listening to some great tunes.
Yeah, I'll just look at that and tell you what else that's on it that's not actually on the website. So, yeah, videos, podcasts, direct links to all our social pages. The useful info that exists on the website as well. So really, the only 2 things that are specifically different are the link to your radio station and the little surveys. And there's a little option for people to rate the app as well, and we're always happy to have feedback on it because it is a new thing, and it's taken quite a lot of development. And it would be good to hear if people have opinions on how we can make it better. But they're the only principal differences. It's most of what's there is one way or another repeated on the website.
Well, that's great, because you know what, we can always continue to improve, and it's always good to hear from those that utilize our services on how they see that we can move forward in the future, because it's all about our clients and customers.
Yeah, sure. As I say, I mean, I am not aware of anything else that exists like this for anyone doing the same kind of services that I am. I'm not saying they're not out there, but I haven't found them yet. So I think it's a little bit unique.
Well, that's excellent. Do you know what? We are going to make sure to provide the link to your website for them to be able to download. Can they find it like Google Play and all the app stores, or do they just go to your website?
One of the nice things about this, it doesn't run through the app stores. It's completely independent of the app stores. So the two ways of downloading it is for anything that's on hard copy or even on digital as well. It generates a QR code, so you simply have to scan a QR code. So say, for example, obviously you need to have another device to be able to do that. If you've got a laptop, you can see the QR code on the website. You just put your camera in front of it, scan it, and it'll take you to the install function from there. Or you simply click on the URL that is provided by the platform, and so long as you are trying to access that URL through a mobile device, then it gives you the option to install it. If you access the same URL through a laptop or a desktop, then obviously the app isn't going to work. But what the app does is it kind of replicates all of the content of the app in something that more resembles a conventional website. So if you access it from a laptop, then it will serve you up the web version of the app rather than the actual installable version of the app. So to actually get the app, you need to access it from a reasonably up-to-date mobile device. So it'll work it doesn't matter, it's not platform specific, whether it's Apple, whether it's Android. So it's good because it completely circumvents the app stores. It's literally,
that's great news.
you
Yeah.
literally just click on the link from a compatible mobile device, which is fairly much any, reasonably current smartphone or tablet these days. And then it just takes you to the install function from there.
That's good news. That's good news for me as well. I mean, I always thought that in order to have an app out there, you would have to deal with Google Play or through the iTunes store, etc.
A lot of app developers, have a lot of issues with the app stores. There's a lot of very contentious issues there. So this is a good solution because it circumvents all of that. What it also does is anytime I publish a change to the app, I mean, that might be, I simply add, half a page of text, then what it does, when you initially install the app, it installs the app in its current version. And then the next time you access it after I've published any kind of update, it will just automatically update on your device. What will happen is you'll see a rather picturesque seascape scene pop up for a couple of seconds, and when that happens, it means it's just doing a brief update. So it all just kind of happens automatically. You don't have to constantly, be checking for any updates on it. It just does it in the background. It's also as well, tailored to try and be as light on data as possible. Obviously, given a lot, people are on mobiles in foreign countries, or they might be on limited access to Wi-Fi systems on board, etc. If they don't have VSAT systems on board. So we've tried to make it as friendly as possible for the end user.
Well, I mean, that's really important, as you said. I mean, we're talking about crew here, so they're not sitting in a plush apartment hooked up to the best internet known to mankind. Sure. Sometimes they're on, a very limited bandwidth. They've got to, 10 seconds to get what they can. So the idea that it is much more user friendly and very light is a good thing.
And once the initial install is done, then it'll just be, minor amounts of data every time that I actually make any kind of revision to the site or put some new content on. But the guts of it's done at the initial stage when you download it and install it.
Well, that's exciting news, Iain, because we have just had this huge push to technology in the last couple of months as a result of what's happened around the world. And good for you, because you were already sort of on this track prior to any of this happening. And you're steps ahead of everybody else at this stage. So, I wish you all the best of luck, and we'll have you back here again very soon, and we can talk about how many people you've got on board and where the app and the website is going now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again. You've been watching Iain Flockhart of the Yacht Crew Mentor. You are listening to the Palma Yacht Crew vlogs right here on Yachting International Radio. My name is Rhea. I have been your host. Tune in for another episode.